Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Tiffany Nichole Speaks. I'm so glad to have you all back. Thank you all so much for joining me on tonight. Tonight is Thursday, August 11th, and I'm just so thankful to be here and to be in the space that I'm in. Tonight we're talking about speaking life over yourself. And this topic just hit me one day because I know oftentimes we can be hard on ourselves. Sometimes we are our worst critics. And so we have to be so careful and so mindful of how we speak to ourselves and how we speak, not just to ourselves on the outside, but on the inside. And so speaking life over yourself, I want to briefly talk today. By the way, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Tiffany Nichole. It might be Tiffany Nichole Speaks or Tiffany Nichole, but either way, you can find me on YouTube and of course on Facebook, and I always post to my Instagram as well. So please join my positive tribe. I love seeing you all. I love seeing your comments. I love the messages that I get on Messenger. It's really important to what I do. This just really, me speaking and just talking and putting positivity out here in the world, it really makes me feel good, and it allows me to use the gift that God has given me. And so I'm just grateful to be able to share that with you all. So diving right in, we eat our words. Everything that we say to ourselves, it holds a space inside of us. And so your words affect you more than anyone else's words, more than anything else that someone says to you. It's more so important about what you say to yourself. Be sure you are speaking life over yourself at all times. Sometimes we allow things of our past to get the best of us, and we begin to think negatively about ourselves. So we begin to say all of these things to ourselves, which then begins to, attract our mind, our mental. It goes to our mental. And then from there, we begin to feel the way that we think, and then so on from there. So you can't be good to yourself unless you're speaking good to yourself, if that makes any sense. Old things have passed away, and all things become brand new. So just remember that when we want to take some old things with us, when we want to take some bad experiences or some negative encounters that we may have had, just be mindful of what we take into our new self, into what we take into our new life. So we have to just be sure that we don't carry over what happened in our past, that we don't carry over all things that are old. We don't have the same mentality that we had. We don't think the same way that we used to think. We don't act the same way that we used to. So it's very important about finding out this new self, so that you can be sure that as you're going into this new self, that you're not taking anything old. So just be mindful. Continue to speak life into yourself. Continue to speak life into your children. You definitely want to build a positive environment for yourself and your family. So renew your mind, which is what I just got through talking about, renewing your mind and encouraging yourself, because your words have power. Everything that you say, your mind is digesting, your body is digesting that, everything that you speak. So just be mindful of, tell yourself positive things. Tell yourself, I am great. I can do all things through Christ. I am beautiful. The moment that you feel minimized, or the moment that you feel, worthless, or the moment you feel depressed, or the moment you feel whatever you feel, you tell yourself the total opposite. I am happy. I feel great. Whatever is for me has already been given to me. And so Tell yourself, speak life, not death, because we know that death is in the power of the tongue. So you have to be careful to choose your words wisely. You understand what I'm saying? That's Proverbs 18:21. How many of us can attest to saying things like, I'm not good enough, I don't amount to anything, I can't do anything right, I'm not a good mother, I feel worthless, I'm not a good person, I'm not worthy. Things that have happened to me in the past make me a bad person. Like all of that we carry, all of that weight is just that. It's weight. And it takes up a lot of space. So if you want to grow, if you want to grow, you have to elevate yourself. You have to speak life over yourself. You have to love yourself. And you have to love others in that same way. You have to speak life to other people. It needs to surround you. You need to eat and breathe what you say to yourself and how you treat others, because that also affects you. The way that you treat someone else and the life that you speak over someone else, it will benefit you. That will come back to you. So you want to make sure that you're always being this good the best person, the best version of yourself that you can be. I was going to say good person, but the best version of yourself that you can be at all times, because it will show, it will reflect in the way that you look, in the way that you speak, and so forth. So we frame our world around the words that we speak. We kill ourselves with them. We kill confidence with them. We kill desire with them. We kill efforts of ourselves and each other. We kill our very own song. So be mindful. The words that you speak, you want to speak life. You want to speak blessings. You want to speak encouragement. I want you to be encouraged. When you speak life over yourself, you should get a boost of energy. You should get not to say that we always feel this every day that we wake up, because there are going to be some days, but you always have to put yourself back in that mindset that I'm renewed. My mind has been renewed. I am no longer the same person that I used to be, right? So just be mindful that, we have so much growing to do on this earth. So every day is a lesson. I am not the same person that I was a year ago, 2 years ago. And I'm happy to say that I'm not the same person, right? Like, I don't want to be, because every day I should be growing. Every day I should be learning something new. Every day I should be evolving into my better self. That's the only way that, that I feel like I'm able to help someone, is the fact that I've grown, that I've changed. Not that you got the same person from 5 years ago, 10 years ago, or when 15, whatever it was, whenever you graduated high school. Like, you don't want that version of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure if we all look back to the version of ourselves 15, 20 years ago, we'd be like, that was probably for the best that I've changed. So just be mindful that, continue speaking life. The tongue devises destruction like a sharp razor, working, deceitfully. That's Psalm 52:2. The tongue, it is very divisive. It divides people. It definitely does not unify unless you're using it in that manner. But so many things can come off of our tongue, can roll off of our tongues, from just, using profanity to just saying really mean and spiteful things to ourselves, even to other people. The tongue is just very powerful. So just make sure, again, that you're speaking life. You have to think about, if are you using words that are cutting yourself down? You always want to use your words to encourage and to build yourself up, to build someone up. You definitely want to guard your tongue. And I'm going to read this last scripture. I will guard my ways that I may not sin with my tongue. I will guard my mouth with a muzzle. Psalm 39:1. And again, this has nothing to do with, it's not the fact that, you still can't, be your everyday person, but it's just that we have to learn, like, our real purpose here is to be the best person that we can be to ourselves and to each other. That is our real purpose on earth. I don't care how many jobs we're working. I don't care, how many friends we have. I don't care, what we're doing. Our real purpose here on earth, and we can't lose sight of that. Our real focus is to be here to help one another, to unify, and to love one another. So I just wanted to briefly talk to you all. I did share some scripture with some of you all who love to, refer to the Bible. Some of you that love to, refer to the Bible, and you want to bring some of that in. There's nothing wrong with bringing in scripture into, my speaking, and a lot of this is really just life lessons, things that I've learned over a period of time, things that I've had to deal with. Sometimes when you have that alone time, you really get a chance to sit and think about you as a person, about things that you can change. And I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot from myself, and to the point that sometimes where I don't even recognize, I'm like, are you really changing to this point? But it's hella worth it to just change your perspective on things. And that's just the beauty of life, right? It's beautiful when you're able to change and look back and be like, I've changed, and I changed for the good. And, I don't mind putting positivity out. So anyway, with all that being said, you all, remember your words, your tongue, very, very, very powerful. So tell yourself that you're amazing. Tell yourself that you can do it. Tell yourself that you got that next big job, or tell yourself that you can go back to school, or tell yourself that you are, an amazing parent and you're going to work to be even better at it. Like, tell yourself that you're going to get involved and you're going to start doing great things in your community. Tell yourself these great things, because we really are great human beings, but it's just really how we decide to use it, and how we really feel and what we really think about ourselves. So that's it for tonight. I thought I was going to keep it short, but it looks like I'm a little lengthy tonight. But I hope you all really enjoy. Check me out again. Also go to my website at tnicholespeaks.com. I'll see you all next time. Peace.